Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ndumodu. Give me 1 second. Let me cut this off. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to an exciting episode today. I'm your host, Dr. Onyioha, and it is indeed my pleasure to welcome you here today because we are about to have fun. You know, we've worked, how long have we been looking forward to having this particular show because we are going to bring the one and the only Obi Onyioha to the show. If you have not subscribed to this channel, the Ndumodu Show on YouTube, please do so right away. Don't know what you're waiting for. Your support allows us to continue to bring you exciting programming and exciting people. So please go and subscribe today. This show today is sponsored by Mano Ango. Indulge yourself in the enchanting allure of Bee Sweet Nectar, a luxurious treat for your skin. And with the exquisite blend of body butter that deeply nourishes and hydrates the body. This is for the ladies. And of course, for the men, we have Manango also. Fuel your skin with a powerful blend of bee nectar and body butter that hydrates, protects, and keeps you looking and feeling fresh and ready for anything. So we are excited to have them sponsor us for this particular exciting show. Like I said, today is the conclusion of the segment, All Day Cool, the power of devotion in music, or rather, devotion to music. Our exciting journey spotlighting the European tour of the infinitely talented artist Obi Onyioha. The tour fittingly named All Day Cool. We understand, and she's going to share that with us, was quite a remarkable commemoration of her new album, All Day Cool. And today she appears on this show to tell us all about it. And later on, my brother, Udi Onyioha, is going to join us. He's going to give his take on this dynamic sister of ours. Yes, it's a proud to announce for those of you who don't know. I'm sure you already know. She is our sister, and we are so proud of her. We're proud of her achievement and all that she brings to the table. Okay, the Charles, welcome. Glad you could join us today. We're in for a treat because the lady herself is in the audience. Now, for some of you who don't know her, if I may take a moment and just read for you her bio. It's quite extensive, so I'm just going to do a little bit of it so that it sort of introduces those of you who don't know her. Onyioha first burst onto the Nigerian music scene in 1981 with the release of her first album, I Want to Feel Your Love, which was named after her highly successful single, the title, I Want to Feel Your Love. It is regarded as one of the greatest songs of her era in Nigeria. She was the first artist to sign to Time Communication Limited. The album was written and produced by Lemmy Jackson for Time Communications Limited. The album was a huge success and took the Nigerian music scene by storm in the 1980s and 1990s. All this at a time when disco breakdance music was considered the exclusive domain of Western music. She played a big part in helping to break the perception that music was a vocation for academically challenged women. Well, she has a PhD, so we know that's not true. Obi Onyioha, her album, I Want to Feel Your Love, was so successful that at an auction in Europe, the vinyl record sold for Now think about that, ladies and gentlemen, 700. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, as I indicated earlier, to bring in the one and the only Obi Onyioha. Welcome, Queen. Joining us today, and here you are. Oh, I'm fine. How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, we're so excited. Before we go any further, before you say anything, I just want to play the reception you got. The first thing, I think that was in England. Then maybe you could tell us a little bit about that before we go any further. But I thought that was really wonderful how you were welcomed on stage. So let me just play that a little bit. Some more.
We are going to take you there.
Well, that was exciting. Look at all that crowd. How was that? How did you feel when you got that karaoke?
Well, that was in Helsinki, actually, in Finland.
Okay.
What I didn't know, in our own little world here, you forget that, your name carries. You may be sitting at home, but people listen to your music, and you don't know that they know who you are. So when I was introduced and I got that sort of reception, I said, how do they know me? And it was quite exciting. A lot of them knew, some tracks from that I Want to Feel Your Love album, and the show, they were singing to it, which was quite surprising. Pleasantly so, So they it was exciting, and that the excitement, made me feel excited.
I know.
It was a beautiful feeling, really beautiful feeling.
I wish I could have gone on that tour, because I know, just like you say, it would have just the electrifying audience. The audience they were just so excited. And I wonder, what were some of the most memorable moments from your recent tour that you can share with us? Did any particular city stand up for you?
Well, the thing was, what was exciting was, number one, I went to places I hadn't. Most of them I hadn't gone to before. I've never been to Finland before, so that was exciting, going to a new place, and then we did Paris, and then we did England. Well, England I know very well, so Paris I know well as well, because I've been there. But we went to Saint-Tropez. And went to Monte Carlo, and those were places I hadn't been before. So going to places I hadn't been before was really quite exciting. And then to get the reception I got in each one of those venues was really beautiful.
Yes, I can imagine. Some of your music is Afro. But what was it? You coined it something specifically. Afro what?
Yeah. Well, there's the one I am about to bring out, is Afro Trado.
Afro Trado, and
African traditional music,
and that's the Jihoho. That is my favorite.
I know.
That's my favorite. So how did the audience in Europe respond to this particular music? Were there any surprising reactions or interactions?
No, I mean, the what I did to get them involved, because obviously they didn't understand the language. So what I did to get them involved was to prep them on saying Jihoho with me when the Jihoho came on. So they found that was exciting for them, having to do the Jihoho bit. So all the venues that we went to, when it got to that I would prep them first and say, when I raise my hand, you're going to say Jehoho. So everybody was waiting for it, so that when I raised my hand, the enthusiastically went Jehoho.
Yeah, I don't have all of the video, but I have an excerpt of what the reception you got when you were trying to teach them how to say
Yeah.
Jehovah. But I kind of compiled a little video to play the rest of the music. So if the audience will bear with us, we'll come back and speak to our queen, because she is indeed a queen. But I just want to play when she was introducing Jehoho, and then the Jehoho song itself. Now, let me remind you, compiling any video, sometimes there might be some glitches. So if you see some glitches, it's okay. The important thing is, do you hear the music and do you enjoy it? So, Queen, we are going to be right back. I'm just going to play that Jehoho for the audience.
You're ready now. When it comes to the time, I'll raise my hand, and that's the cue for you to say Jehoho. Okay, let's go. fais beau, beau. Il fait 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 beau, beau. Beau, il fait beau, beau. Beau, 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 beau. Il fait beau, 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 beau. Il fait beau, 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 beau.
Ho. But listen, I play this, or if you don't have your earphones, you are going to not really grasp this music. You must have earphones on so that you can get. I mean, the orchestra. The orchestra. I just want to talk about Jihoho, and then because we have another the all day cool. That is beautiful music as well. Oh, somebody's applauding here. Yes, 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 yes. It's so beautiful. Now let's understand that is not her official video. That's not the official videos. We wanted to give you some visuals so you can, see the potential of this particular music. So tell us, how did you come up with the orchestra for Jihoho? I want to know.
No,
I want to know.
Well, it was really the music lends itself to whatever instrumentation and whatever instruments and musical compilation you come up with. So you just take the music and get the music and get some musicians together, and the guitarist listen to it or the producer listens to it, and you say to somebody, maybe the guitarist, the bass or whoever, what can you add this? Then they go off with it and listen to it and come back with something, and then you either like it or not like it, you take it or not take it, until everybody contributes, and then you build a song, you build the music.
It is just absolutely wonderful. I just want to share with everybody, Obi is in collaboration with artist Side Galaxy, record released on Soundway Records label in the United Kingdom, UK. Okay. And if you want to buy her music, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, she's everywhere. She's everywhere. You can get all her music, the old ones and the new ones. And I'm telling you, Obi, we are so proud of you for continuing, to push your music, which is just absolutely classic. And I like the trado, the Afro trado. I love it. I love it with a passion. And I also love your new music. At this time, I'm going to bring UD Onyioha into the stage. Hey, brother, what's up, man? How are you?
You're not the only musician in this house.
You have to unmute yourself, UD. You have to unmute yourself. You're muted.
See, but can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I said I could play that Jihoho.
I'm telling you, it's awesome.
I know how the trado.
You got a hit.
You could have had me on your show. I would have been there in the highlights on this show right now, playing some Jihoho. Yes, indeed. That track. See, I have this bass that I bought, right? This bass player.
Yeah.
It's 2,000 watts. 2,000 watts, and I played that Jihoho on it. Remember, I posted it in the forum. Oh man, I almost blew the roof off this house. It was ridiculous. The beat is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Let me say this, right? Because Onyioha is my sister, the Trado Queen. All right, there's no hiding it. This is a family show right now. Okay, brother and sisters, and I can't be any prouder than I am. Because right before the show started, today, after you sent me the link, I was over here thinking about Miss Bata of Nigeria. And then I started thinking about PhD anthropology. Then I started thinking about masquerade. And it's like the whole thing took me back home to
Yeah,
Nigeria
that's
when
right.
I was
yeah,
young, and that's the
Uh,
thing. Every time I hear, for example, I'm on the Feel Your Love, you know, those early
yeah, yeah,
hits,
yeah.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It
yeah,
just takes me back then, and I'm
yeah,
always amazed at the fact that she actually changed the landscape of party music in
Yes,
Nigeria
yeah,
and perhaps
yes,
in all
yes,
of
yeah.
Africa, because
yes, yes,
before she came along,
yeah.
nobody was rocking it like she did.
That's
Nobody
right.
was.
Yeah,
That's
The
right.
greatest female artist that I know, at least
Yes,
of my
mm,
generation, when I was
yes,
growing up,
uh,
was Miriam Makeba.
that's right.
It
yeah,
really was.
uh,
And after Miriam Makeba, for me, it was Obi Ajulu, Onyioha.
That's right.
yeah,
That was it. So when it
We
comes
just
to
give.
Africa,
This is just facts.
it's just facts. I'm
This
just
is
saying
not
it like it
sentiments.
is.
This is just facts.
Before Miriam Makeba, tell me any other female African artist that we will celebrate to that
Mm.
level.
Let
Nobody?
Ambulu. Let Ambulu. But let
No.
was no. Hear what I'm saying. Let
Yeah,
Ambulu was one of them,
she
but
was one of them.
there was none like Makiba and Obi.
Obi, because
Tell the truth.
Makeba
Tell the
brought
truth.
African music to light.
Yes.
yeah,
Obi
yeah.
changed the
She did.
perception that we end up
Mm-hmm.
wearing funky. All right?
Mm-hmm.
She just
Mm-hmm.
took that
Yeah,
and said,
yeah,
hey, what's going on out there in the world in funk music, disco music,
Yes.
whatever kind of music you have, started
uh,
from African aesthetics. All
Mm-hmm.
she did
yeah.
was just
That's
took
right.
that
But it's
aesthetics
true.
and modernized it and took it to a different level. So while
Yes.
Makiba was on the right, Obi was on the left. It was two
Yes.
different kinds
Mm,
of music. And then to
That's right.
yeah,
crown it all
yeah.
off, here we are with Jihoho. So now
You,
she's
you
I'm
see,
making
telling
history.
you, know what?
is
Man,
it?
That Jihoho is going to explode.
it's
It is
ridiculous.
going to
It really
explode.
is.
I'm
I love
telling
it.
you, the music is just. You can't. Here's the thing. I love about it. You know, there's some music you hear several times, you get tired.
Yeah.
You say, okay, that's nice, but not
Mm.
Jihoho.
No,
I can play
you can't.
Jihoho 24/7,
You
and
can't
each
get
time
over
it's
it.
like something new. You know
The
what I'm saying?
bass.
And
The
then here's
bass.
the bass, the cultural ensemble. I
Uh,
played it. I had a friend in my car, and I told her I have a surprise for you. There's music I want to play for you, and she's Igbo. You know
Yeah.
how we are when a traditional music comes up, we lose our
uh,
minds, right? So I said, you about to lose your mind right now. And you know, I play it real high in my car, right? And she said,
uh,
you know, she said, if I begin, I said, that's Obi Onyioha. She said, what? Then you know, I said, you gotta calm down. She was losing her mind in the car. She said, when she can get, I'm telling you, she says, they have an event coming up. She says, oh, we have to play that day. I said, yeah, I got an event coming up, and
uh-huh.
we are gonna play that there. So this is just it's
But you know,
uh,
get it.
mm,
You know what I found so intoxicating about
mm,
Jehoho
yeah,
and just this, how do I say, this other avenue that Obi took.
uh-huh,
It grounded me so much in my Mporo-ness, my
yes,
cultural
yes,
heritage. I mean, listen, the best music I've ever heard since I came to the United States was an Mporo album, vinyl
yes,
album of
mm-hmm,
Abala
Uh,
songs, of just Abala
uh,
songs.
uh,
All that stuff was in there, right?
uh,
Somebody played it for me. And I was
yes,
listening to it about maybe 15 years ago or 12, 15 years ago, something like that. I was listening to it. And he refused to give me a copy of it till today. I wanted it so bad. When
uh,
Jehoho came out,
mm,
and I heard that Jehoho,
uh,
mm,
that nagging for that album
yeah.
suddenly took a hike. I just felt like Mpura has been given back to me.
But
My
the,
culture has been given back to me.
oh, that is
So
so
now I
sweet.
play Jehoho like there's no tomorrow. Like my life depends on it. I really love it,
yes,
especially
yes,
in the
yeah,
car. You know, in the
yeah.
car when you're driving, your windows are up and the bass is
Uh,
It's just, it's just,
oh my God. I'm
it's
over here
you
driving.
can't.
People are watching me in traffic. They're going, what's wrong with this brother
No,
over here? Is he broken?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. Does that make me crazy? Perhaps, I'm entitled. But when I play it, somehow in my mind, I think someone else deserves to enjoy this. So I have my windows open. And the people are looking at me like, I said, don't worry about it, baby.
Yeah.
You stand right there long enough, you're going to ask me for this album. So just
Yep.
keep listening.
You're gonna ask me what is that?
It's somebody said here, Sovereign said, if TikTok got a hold of this song, I know a dance trend to this would explode. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
saw those young people dancing to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You saw these young people
get
that all you need is just one little part of it. And of course, that's what's in the works right now. So that's what's
Yeah.
the word,
Yeah.
you know.
I can't
So
wait, man.
yeah, you know, so exciting. Now, did you find, like, while you're in Europe, did you find like the African community kind of gravitated to Jihoho?
Oh
Did you
yeah.
notice that?
What I found interesting, like in fact, there was the show we had in Monte Cristo, Monte Carlo, and I was on stage and singing Jihoho, and surrounded by all the Western people. They were enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
And then in walks these 4 ladies, the African. I know they were, because they had this boo-boo and all that.
Yes.
They walked in so excitedly,
Yeah.
and the next thing I heard, they were waving. They said, "Kedu, Kedu," See, of all the foreign people, there was this 4 Nigerian ladies, and one of them, they said, "Kedu, Kedu." I said. So, and I was on the stage. I said, I pointed at them. I said, "I see you," and they were dancing to it. They actually made this dance where you hold each other and go in a line.
Yes.
All that,
line dancing? Is it a line dancing?
Like a train.
No.
Like a train, like
yeah, like they were dancing to it like that, and all the other people, white and black, joined them, and they were making a long line through that, and it was so exciting, to experience that, and then they were there for about they were there for about 30 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. Then they waved that they had to go somewhere, so after the show, so I went and somewhere to eat, there was a restaurant attached to the venue, so I went there where they served me this gorgeous food from Monte Carlo, excuse me. And I mean, you name it. And what was so exciting was that's what Prince Albert has showed up there some days, to have dinner there. So, I was in great company.
Yeah.
And so as I was eating, I heard Igbo behind me in Monte Carlo. As I turned, and it was those same girls, then they saw me, when I said girls, ladies, and they saw me, and they were from the US. Their friend was having a birthday, so they decided that they would spend her birthday in Monte Carlo.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful. And they all, guess what? One was from Washington or Maryland. The other was from Atlanta, Georgia. From Georgia.
Oh,
one of them was from Georgia.
Really?
What are the chances?
What are the chances of finding? Well, I have a question for you. Sometimes when we go on, and that goes for a musician or whomsoever, if you go to conferences or festivals, you tend to get some new ideas, Did you find anything in this journey that you think it will add to your musical evolution? Is there something you think that themes that you probably got out of what you saw that you may now incorporate?
Yes, actually, I'm very glad you asked that question, because I have many compartments of music.
Okay.
I have the compartment where I'm doing the Afro Trado. But one thing I found out when I was doing, when we were there, we wanted to do, when we're doing our rehearsals, Simon, who's with Psy Galaxy, he had this just the music, and he said, do I have any African chants? So I right on the spot, I sort of, thought of some chants of little things from little songs I've heard over the years, or chants or something like that. I made up a chant there, and he put it in that music, the music he had composed, so we sort of put it in there. And then, so we thought, okay, we may use this as a filler, because sometimes show runs too short. So we had all these fillers so that if it ran too short, we can get into that. So we used one of those. So one show that was a bit short, so we used one of those. That's the one. I think you have a video of it, not the song itself, but the music. That was before I started the. In fact, I think I sent you one of those. On the other one is one of it as well, and the crowd just went absolutely nuts.
Nuts.
And I'm like, what was that? And after the show, we said, I think we're gonna make up an album of chants, and we call it Afro House.
Okay.
Yeah.
The house music, the one that the DJs play in clubs and everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
crowd music.
So I'm going to do that Afro House as well as Afro Trado.
Hey,
so
this is going to be great, man.
Okay.
I know it. Afro House will consist of just African chants, and then the music, boom, boom, boom. So I may use some one-liners that we already know, and use it as the chant, or I may use something I thought of was even though I won't use the Abala thing with it, but Ezinele, oh, Ezinele, oh, I won't use the something.
Come here.
Here's an idea. Y'all hear me out. I'm a guy with very crazy ideas, and this joint is from me. Okay, for Nkwa. Sarago Adonha, and I will send it to you. I'll send it to Ogele. It's an Onhofia. I didn't say Abreban or anybody else. So this particular Onhofia war dance for the crowd hypey music. I hype that thing up with Western instrument. I will send it to you. Just the beat alone. Let's not even of course, I don't want to 180. The guy on the thing. Hey, if you put that thing and put it on the dance floor.
No. It's you did. There's a guy who tried it. In Nigeria. And half your people went crazy. They banned it, and it had to be stopped. They said they didn't want that. Can you imagine?
Why?
Well,
it's incredible, and they said that it's a traditional this thing. Therefore, they didn't want it. It makes, and the record was pulled to this day, and it was so beautiful. They pulled it.
Well, listen, we're gonna go further in our conversation today. I want to introduce one of your new releases, All Day Cool. I'm telling you, if you want to enjoy this music, like that's why I've got because I'm not missing out on anything. If you want to enjoy it, you have to wear this. And I'm just gonna, I try to use some creativity here to play it. But because we know that you're going to release your album and all the videos and all that, so we're just kind of doing whatever we can to patch it up here. But I want to
We're
this
teasing
one.
it.
We're just teasing.
Of Africa.
Okay. Now, before we go any further, can you tell where was this? Where was this?
Okay, this is in England.
Okay, this
It's
is in
called
England.
We Out Here. The festival is called We Out Here.
Okay.
Music festival.
Okay.
And
All right.
so that was in England. That was
okay. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this visual to play All Day Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to do that because I'm crazy that way. So this is what I'm going to do.
I hope it works.
It does.
My friends told me that I look good every day. It's just a fact.
All Day Cool, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't leave a fancy line.
Do you hear
It's
it?
just a fact. You can do like I do if you want to. It's just a fact. We'll take a chance. Get on the groove. Stay all day cool. Stay all day Live your life, but leave the stress. Live your life, but leave the mess. Live your life, forget the cares. Life's for living for one who dares. Forget the hurt, no social trap. Forget the hurt, no social grab. Hey, can you do it? Can you do it? Stop hating on anyone. Stop griping about anyone. No gossip about anyone. Be happy with what you got. Hey, I say, be happy. Do it for me, can you? Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Oh yeah. Aha. Forget the hate. Can you do it? Hey, hey. Oh yeah. Can you do it? Can you do it? Eu gosto de nefao. Isso, ija, isso.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, I
damn
really
cool.
enjoy that. I did
This
it
is
myself. I
I
really
trying to
enjoyed
tell
that.
you.
this is straight
Listen,
high talk,
I
man.
really enjoyed
I mean, this is that's
Yeah,
right. That's right. And
Yeah,
you know what I
it's straight high
love
talk
about your
stuff.
music is it's for everybody. You know, it's for the
yeah. Oh,
littlest people, the youth, the middle ages, the
The
elders.
Afrobeat.
Everybody
yeah.
Yeah.
enjoys your
Clean
music. Your
and
music
clean
is just
lyrics. And
Yeah.
clean
clean lyrics,
lyrics.
clear
And
lyrics,
clean
clean
lyrics.
lyrics. That's right.
Where and
You
you
know,
can
It's
listen
hard to
to it
find that
without
these
being
days.
interrupted.
Very difficult to find clean
I know
lyrics
the
now.
kind of lyrics.
I want to ask you. I have this question for you. Um, you know, what most people have challenges that impact their ability. You know, everybody has good ideas. You know, there's so many people who are dead today. The graveyard is full of people with bright ideas but never implemented it, right? And they were buried with their ideas. And that's because a lot of people face challenges and they just let their ideas die. But in your case, what challenges have you faced? I know, well, let's talk about the touring. I know that's demanded. What challenges did you encounter and how, if any, how did you overcome it? You didn't say, oh,
Well,
this
the
is too
thing
much.
was, yeah, well, first of all, I had to mentally, get over this fact. I don't know whether it's traditionally or whatever,
Yeah,
where people say, oh, aren't you a bit old for that? Or,
yeah,
should be something you did so many years ago, shouldn't you stop and now just prepare for your that, So
yeah.
the thing is, then as I look at people like Rolling Stones in their 80s,
Yes,
they're
They're
still
still
that's right.
touring.
touring. You
That's
see
right.
Rod Stewart still touring. Diana Ross, yeah, at the age of
It's
81,
still
she's
singing.
still
That's
touring.
right.
Yeah, they're still doing
What's
all
her
these
name?
things.
That's right.
I mean,
That's
maybe in
right.
comparison,
Yeah,
so I'm going, hey, why not? If they can find the energy, so
that's
can
right.
I. And what I
My
found was
keyboard
I
performed till she
more
passed
energy.
away.
That's right. Until she passed
Yeah,
away.
Yeah, yeah, my keyboard performed till she died. She
and
was
I found,
very, in her later years.
yeah, I found that I had the energy. I
Yes.
was
Man,
not,
you
so
say
long
There's
as
the word right.
yeah,
That's it right there. That's it right there. You have the
energy.
energy.
yeah,
People
yeah,
always want to what is the word? Should. People want to should on you. You know, you should do this, you should do
uh,
that. But the good
yeah,
news, of course, is
uh-huh,
you validate yourself. You know what
Yep.
you can do and
yeah.
what you can do.
And,
You don't
and,
need any
and
validation.
other thing I find, yeah, the other thing I found interesting is that, in Africa, as when you reach a certain uh, age as a woman, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
shouldn't you go and return? There are
retire.
not that many African women,
Mhm,
who after a certain age, who are
mhm.
in the music industry, because
Yeah,
everybody pushes them away. Oh, you're now
yeah,
too old. Oh, go and
yeah,
But some of the men continue. Some, even the men, even giving up. And flying the flag for Nigerian women. There are not many people of my generation who are in the music business now. They gave up long time ago. And because of it, we were pushed out of it. Oh, you're old now. Go and or whatever they think old means. Go and go now with your grandchildren or great grandchildren.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Go sit in your rocker.
go to the farm, retire to Nkoro,
Yeah.
and go and cultivate cassava. You know, and so so I'm there flying the flag. Oh no, I'm so age number. I'm as old as I think I am. You understand what's in my head? How much energy? So long as you're healthy, you
That's
can
right.
be any age. So long
That's right.
the whole thing is how healthy are you? That's how what energy. So if you have those things and you have a fear of God, hey, you can go.
You
Yep.
know, your activities keep you youthful People don't understand. It is
Exactly.
the mind
Mhm.
needs to be stimulated, and that's why a lot of people retire and die. Because
Yeah, exactly.
like you said
Mhm.
earlier, the society has said, well, you have nothing else. You're too old to do this, too old to do that,
Uh,
and then you accept it. Then you sit and you rock,
You
and
start
you
getting
wait,
old.
or you read. You just read and you
right.
wait. You get up and
Yeah.
eat and all that. Go for your little walks, and after a while,
Yeah.
life is
Yeah.
boring. And you next thing they say somebody died. Why? She just retired. What happened? Okay, you know,
Mm.
you don't. If your mind
Yeah.
is
What they say,
complete.
the mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
you've got music has no age.
Exactly.
It's like you being a physician, being in a medical field. Nobody cares how old you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
have so much.
Yeah.
You
That's
get
right.
to offer.
You're
See?
needed.
Yeah.
You're needed. You have so much
Yeah.
information. There's so much that can be tapped from you. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with music.
Yeah.
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 Music
Music
doesn't care.
comes from the
Yeah.
soul. It doesn't have an age
It's
written on it.
timeless. It's
It's
Yeah.
timeless. It's timeless.
Yeah. Once it
Listen,
Uh-huh.
hits
listen
your
to the
soul,
Hmm.
that's it.
there's a song. Oh, I don't have. Mom used to love to sing. And I think that was in the 50s. I think it was. I'm not sure. Congratulations.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Congratulations. My very
Uh,
best to you. I play that in my car.
uh,
You know how old that music
well,
is?
well.
Music is
Ageless.
timeless.
Yeah.
It's ageless.
Uh,
Listen
timeless.
to
Yeah.
the motion. It can so the
Uh,
million seashells. All
yeah.
those things. Music has no
Uh,
age. So
Kamiyoro,
we and
Kamiyoro, Tunchichiro. That too.
the
Kamiyoro,
yeah.
Kamiyoro.
Sometimes I feel sorry for my brother, technically, y'all,
but you start,
because he loses
I'm
occasionally
not.
he loses
I'm.
his mind.
Come here. Look, I'm writing it. Come here.
Yes,
Kamiyoro.
exactly.
Look,
You, you
I'm
know,
roughing now. You wait until I put that in music.
I know,
I'm
I
You will
know.
telling
say,
you, man. Kamiyoro, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's
come
right.
here, come here.
And you do what I don't you do what I say. Udo. All the audience has to say Udo. Hey, yeah, there, yeah, there.
Hey, that song. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
there you are. You know. I'm telling you.
Now do it before this guy does it. And you know who I'm talking about. He will do it.
You do it.
He'll do it.
So I want to find out at this time, do you have other collaborations that you're working on? I know that earlier I did indicate that you are working with you're in collaboration with Psy Galaxy. Do you have other people? Do you have like
Yeah,
Nigerian stars that you're interested in collaborating with? Yeah, because I know your music would drive some of them crazy.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know them personally. And yeah, I would like to. I'd like to put out some fillers at some point. But I just want to get myself solidly back again.
Yeah.
Then
I
then
know
I start reaching out.
Flavor loves to interact with musicians who have the trado, cultural music.
Mm,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
his music is usually Igbo, but he kind of
Yeah.
has it
Yeah. Yeah.
all.
I like. I like. I like.
Yeah.
I like his music. I like his
Yeah.
music. Yeah. He'll be
Yeah.
like one of the people I would probably
Yes,
want to reach
absolutely.
out
And
to.
he'll be more than happy,
What?
more than excited. He'll be more than excited. I'm telling you,
I want to
Jihoho
get
is going
myself.
places. And if you initially when I heard All Day Cool, I didn't have this on. So I missed,
Uh,
all
all
the
the little
intricacies
nuances.
of all the little
Uh,
nuances. And then when I put it on, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is nice.
uh,
Noise. This is very
yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Noise.
So so and the other thing that that always, like, if you're on a tour like that, is the interaction that you have with your fans. What kind of interaction that stands out to you? I know you shared with the young ladies who from Nigeria.
Yeah.
What other
Yeah. Yeah. The
did you
ones. The
hear
ones
from
are.
other people?
Oh yeah, oh God, like in fact, if you saw some of the videos which I'll be uploading to you, see the
Yeah.
interaction,
Yes.
where people came and hugged me and say, "Oh, I'm a fan," oh, and all that sort of thing. I mean, this is such lovely things. It was so flattering,
Yes.
and yeah, oh yeah, there were people, people who hugged and and who were very nice. There were a lot of
Yes.
people. Yeah, there were a lot of people, men and women,
Mm-hmm.
young and old.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
thing I
Yeah.
was surprised too about those concerts that I
Mm.
did was the age, because I had this impression, when I got there, I had this impression it was only young people and all that sort of
Uh-huh.
thing, and I said,
Yeah.
God, well, I don't play hip hop, these young people. By Jove, I mean, there were people from all ages. I'll
Yes.
send you. I mean, there was a guy I could have sworn was 80 years old.
Yes.
He was
Of
doing
course.
his own thing.
Yeah.
He was dancing,
He was
and there
doing
were
his
young
thing.
girls, middle aged, and there were elderly gentlemen and elderly women. The one in
Mm.
Monte Carlo, I did in Monte Carlo, and the people who enjoyed this couple, they must have been in their 60s. I mean, they were
Mm.
screaming their head off, dancing and all that. And it was like, so music, like I say, is timeless. That's one thing I got out of this. One
Yes.
of the main things I got out of it
Mm.
is that no, you're not too old. Nobody's
No.
old because
No.
music is timeless. Everybody
No.
was enjoying it. Every
Yes.
age group. Even
Mm-hmm.
the one there was this girl. Oh God, I hope I can get the thing in Monte Carlo. She was like, I think she was maybe about 8 years old. Mind you, because we had two shows. One was in the
Uh-huh.
afternoon on one,
Uh-huh.
and one was in the evening.
Uh-huh.
The one in
Uh-huh.
the afternoon we had this little girl, she was dancing my song, dancing. I even danced with her. She was no, that was
Uh,
in Saint Tropez, and she
could
was
you could you
dancing.
could you just list
Yeah.
before I forget? Could you list all the places you went? The first, the second, the third, etc. What was
Oh,
the
okay.
first place
The
you went
first
to?
Barcelona. We did Barcelona.
Okay.
We
Wow,
did Barcelona in
Spain.
Spain. Then from there we went to, where was the next one? From there we went to Helsinki. you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then from Helsinki, we went to Paris. From Paris, we went to England. From England, we went to Saint Tropez. From Saint Tropez, we went to Monte Carlo.
I know her. It's just like you know her. I swear to God. I've been looking at her. It's like you know her. Just who's still with her, right? She hasn't left. She just somehow just came right back with all those funny like, all that stuff.
Is it now? I
No,
want to ask: is it your Nigerian? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You didn't finish. You didn't finish all the
no, no,
places
no.
you went
I'm just
to.
saying, sorry. It was then Monte Carlo was there. Then
Mhm.
from Monte Carlo, then Nice, went to Nice, and from Nice, I flew back
I
to
mean, you guys
Okay.
know the spots.
Madrid. Then from
Uh-huh.
Madrid
Whoa.
back to
Uh-huh.
Santiago. So it was a whole
Okay.
month of it. A whole month.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole
Well,
thing.
I imagine when you by the time you got back,
Bravo.
you were
Bravo. Congratulations,
tired.
man. That was
Oh
You needed
God.
some rest.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It was quite tiring. It was quite
Uh-huh.
exhausting because you really
Ah.
didn't
yeah.
stay in one place too long. Then you have to travel, and sometimes you arrive in a place and you have a show that very evening, so you haven't even had time
Mm.
to sort of, relax a bit. And you have
Yeah.
like the one we did in Monte Carlo. We arrived Monte Carlo, I think, about 3:30. By the time we
Mm.
got into the hotel, it was 5:30, and the show was 9.
Oh
So you
God.
didn't even have time
Wow.
to just, and it was like the show must go on, So quickly
Mm.
you thing, had a shower, quickly put my costume on, clothes. They said they said, "Oh, we're picking you up at 7:30." I said, "God, how can I even have a bath?" So I rushed. I had to put my makeup on. Ready. Came down by 7 o'clock. I had come down, and they whisk you off to the venue, and then you go into the dressing room and do whatever little things left bit, and then the last one. So they were calling me while they were still putting on my costume. So somebody knocked on the door. They're calling it because what used to happen, that side galaxy, they'll start the show for about 5 minutes. Then they say, now, from Africa and the world, will be on your hand. People will be clapping, clapping, clapping. And I was still in the dressing room.
I just wanted to.
They're calling you. They're calling you. So I said, okay, how do I look? Because I couldn't even have time to look at the mirror. How do I look? Oh, you look like a queen. Oh, thank you. And I rushed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Onyioha, all day cool. That's who is in the studio. And I just wanted to share some of the pictures that this was your journey when you began. Tell us about it. Tell us a little bit about that.
This was from Helsinki. I flew from Helsinki into Paris. So I just one of the girls, the bass guitarist, she took that picture. Then I said, "Oh."
And this was when that was in Helsinki. That's when
that was first show.
That's okay. Yeah. You were obviously a crowd pleaser.
I know.
You were animated. I mean, you were just so animated. I thought, I wish I was there. If I was there, I would have been a fool. I would have been the one cutting up, and everybody would ask me to go home.
We were there in spirit, though. We were there in spirit, because I got to tell you, I don't have. We were. I mean, talk. I always said to us, our parents did. I said, "Go gula oko tedi surumoku beke." Msege gula oko tangorogo di me nganga. The level of nganga. That's okay, and me and all. The nganga, the pride. Feeling that you're still relevant as an Onyioha. This is all part of that equation that gives you the oomph that you use to carry yourself as an Onyioha. And I just want to thank you, Adoha, okay? Beyond the high and guardianism and all that, and all these things that we've done spiritually and culturally and all the wise, but outside of all that politics of how to live, you bring us and continue to keep us prominent.
Yes. Absolutely. And I just see harmony unleashed. I love that picture of you. That big, beautiful backdrop.
I'm gonna put that on my Facebook.
Now this was in Paris too, right? That's what you said. Helsinki. Helsinki, I beg your pardon. That's you again. That's another position. Why you are the best? That energy. That energy.
That's right.
I am
rocking.
Why she's the best, You take it or leave it. This is who I am, and I'm not asking for your validation. I validate you. It's almost like that's what you're saying. I validate me. I know that's right. And this one, where was this? You're such an.
That was in England.
This one was in England. I love this outfit. Oh my God. When you're done with it, just throw it my way. Just throw it my way.
The top.
It's the chain. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely.
And of course, the pictures were taken by a young man called Sebastian Blanco.
Yeah.
He was he's a student. He's coming a student of photography. He's coming up in the world. He took some really good pictures. He did. His name is Sebastian Blanco. In case anybody wants him to take pictures, you'd have to fly him. He lives in Valencia, in Spain.
In Spain.
Yeah.
Well, these were some, you have some more that you're going to share with us.
Oh yeah,
But,
I got
but
loads
these
and
are just a
loads.
few.
Just a
Obi
few.
Onyioha, all day cool.
Yes, sir.
If you never knew of her, she's all over YouTube. And I don't know if you're aware, some of your music is 1 million views, over 1 million views,
I know. Where are
over
they?
1 million views. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
People using your, some people using your music,
Uh-huh.
for their own promo, and they have followers, and so that causes your music
Yeah.
to be heard
Yeah.
by millions of people. So that's quite exciting. One last question I want to ask you: what advice do you have for aspiring artists? What advice would you give to these young musicians who are not already there, that want to get there? They're trying to make a name for themselves, and both locally and internationally. What would you say to them?
Well, the thing is, it's all different now. So I really can't say, all I can say to them is something that in the past, which is not relevant now. Now, in my day, you needed a recording company, you needed all kinds of people to recognize you, and you could be there with the greatest voice and greatest personality, and nobody recognized you, unless you can't go anywhere unless the record company picks you up and promotes you and all that. But now with the the web and internet and all that, you don't really need anything other than you get your music together and upload.
Yes.
Then they'll come running looking for you.
Yeah.
So
It's reversed.
persevere. Get good production, get your music, good production, upload it, and leave the rest to the internet community.
And leave your doubts on the sofa.
Yep.
Exactly.
And get out there.
And then and then you find that you promote it on the internet, you'll find the recording companies come looking for you. So they have it really good now. Unlike in our day, where you have to go on your knees begging recording companies to promote you or take you on, and then they take you on and eat all your money. So now, now you can get your money directly from all kinds of platforms.
Yes.
So,
you know what? We've come to the end of our program, and we just want to you are an achiever. Applause, applause, applause. I am honored, sister. I do so many things, but to me, this is one of the best things I've done, to show the talent, not because you're my sister, but because you are talented and you are an icon, Nigerian musical icon. Thank you for being here. This is not going to be the last time. We are going to, and I want to let everybody know, thank you for joining us today. And if you want her music, it's been running down on the screen: Apple Music, Amazon Music, and let's see more, Spotify. If you want, if you love the ho and all day cool, that's where you get it. So don't leave here without looking it up, so that you can be part of those lucky few who have Jihoho. That's me. You know me. I love my Jihoho all day long and all day cool. Those two. Thank you for being here. Let me thank all those who joined us. Thank you, Sovereign. Thank you, Moke Di Charles. Thank you, whoever. There's some of these people, you don't see who they are, you just see the numbers, of viewers. But if you can only see the comment. So for those who did not comment, thank you for joining us today. I'm sure we are going to bring her back. She's going to continue to wow us with her music, and we will continue as much as possible to feature her if she would come back to our studios. Thank you again. You all have a wonderful day. I am Dr. Uwa Onyioha Simiri, your host for the Ndumodu Show. Have a great day, all.
Yeah, guys, yeah.
Bye.